Welcome. Now, I am going to take the next session on bank audit. This is going to be a very important area, that is JUL loan verification. Say, before going to that, I want to give very much importance why JUL loan verification is very much important. So, when I went to a branch, uh, in the morning. Then I met the manager. I gave the appointment letter, and he said, "Okay, you whatever area you want to start, you start." And he has allotted me a very big cabin, and so my staff they will sit and do it. And while traveling from Salem to something around that place will be around 165 kilometers from Salem. I traveled, and during travel, I explained the modus of verification and method of verification to my staff, and they're all youngsters, and I explained them each and everything, and they said, "Okay, sir, I will understand," and I have allotted uh, everyone a particular area. So went to the branch, gave the appointment letter, and on sitting in the cabin, one man, he'll be around 55 years, and he is more than 6 feet tall. 6 feet tall. He came to the cabin, and he asked me, "Sir, do you need anything? Do you need coffee or tea or any cold drinks?" And then I asked him, "Who are you?" And I said, "I'm the jewel appraiser of the branch." And if he said that only, then I'll keep quiet. I would have kept quiet. But what he did, "Sir, I used to take all those persons who are visiting the branch. I am taking care of everyone." So that found me something fishy. So immediately I changed the audit program. I asked my entire staff to concentrate only on jewel loan verification. So I have instructed two friends, two staff, to verify jewel loan application alike. That is, that should tally with the stock in the vault. One, jewel loan application alike. And I gave assignment to other two staff, jewel loan closed during the year. Then I have given assignment to other two staff to verify the jewel loan stock. So in the jewel loan application alive, I asked them to take all the jewel loan application alive, and I asked them to verify the weight and the amount to be sanctioned per gram. Then whether it has been properly weighed by the appraiser, that means the appraiser has to put his signature. Then that has to be verified by the uh, uh, branch manager. That is, then he has to sanction the loan. This is first part. Then appraiser, as apart from appraiser, then the borrower has to fix their sign in all pages. Then after that, whether all columns are in order, and normally there will be some less in the weight. That is, he will give some provision for say 10% or 20% from the weight. Then for the remaining amount, remaining value only, weight only, the branch has to sanction the loan. This is the first instruction I gave to the staff. This you have to give to your enter staff to verify the jewel loan application alike. Then you ask them to verify the jewel loan closed during the year, because in that you have to see whether the cash has properly been paid into the account. That is, amount of the loan has to be paid into the account along with interest. Then the jewel closure has to be approved by the loan officer. Then the borrower who has initially received the uh, loan has to declare that I have received the jewels in order as per the originally pledged. So this is the second thing you have to verify. So in this branch case, in most of the cases, no application signature is there. weight differs in the jewel application alike. Okay, even here, for instead of giving 2,800 rupees per gram, that appraiser has sanctioned 3,000 rupees. He has given 3,000 rupees per gram. That is also wrong. Then in the Jolon closed application, I found that in most of the places the borrower signature and the recipient of the jewels differ, even stroke differ. This you have to observe in the audit. You have to give the instruction to the staff to verify those items. These points you have to cover in the Jolon area in LFAR, long form audit. This is the second thing. And third thing, I want to say one thing. So now we are entering into the cash vault wherein the jewels have been kept. Normally, jewels have been arranged on tray-wise basis. So before going to that, you have to ask the manager to produce the jewel loan stock register. There is one jewel loan stock register inside the vault. You have to take it and you have to arrive at the closing balance. Because sometimes if you start the audit by 10:30 or 11, some jewels would have been released, some jewels would have been kept inside. So you have to do the reconciliation and you have to arrive at the exact stock. This is the first step you have to take. That is jewel loan stock register you have to verify. One. Then you have to go to the physical count of the stock. When you are going to the physical count of the stock, you have to see whether the stocks mentioned in each and every tray, there will be one register, one small note will be there wherein they record the stock. So whenever any jewelry is being released, they used to mark that entry in the register. So you have to first arrive at the jewel loan tray wise stock, then physically count that with the jewels packets in the tray. In statutory audit, we are to do only the jewel packet verification. Unless until you have any doubt, you need not go for any uh, physical verification of the jewels. You need not ask the manager to open the packet and ask them to weigh this and that. But you can do some test check for the higher value of the jewel loans. So in this case, when you are verifying the jewel packets, there are two types of jewel packets packing. That is, first is transparent packing. If there is any transparent packing, then you can satisfy yourself that there is jewels, there is gold inside, jewels are inside, and you can see whether jewels are really there, and you can verify the stock. Suppose two bangles are there in the application, you can you can see the 12 bangles. This is the first step. Normally, banks they used to pack the jewel ornaments inside their cloth bag, and they tied it and they put it in the uh, tray. If that is the case, normally when you are going for the audit, we have to check the number of packets. So what we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 very fast, but don't do it. In my case, I asked the staff to do the following type of verification. I instructed them to touch the packet, sense the packet whether it is there are something is inside, and feel the packet. Is it really jewels or is it really bangle? Is it really necklace? Then count. The slogan of verification of jewel loan packets is touch, sense, feel, and count. Touch, sense, feel, and count. Slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. In that manner, you have to do the jewel loan packet verification. So when I asked them to do this verification, in some of the bags, I found something is fishy, something is different. They are all not jewels. And in some packets in that branch, I found that there are weights differ because in bag weight I weighed, so the weight difference I noticed. So I suspected something fishy because that appraiser he came and told me that I am here to look after everyone. That means it is something fishy. He did some mischief. When I asked them to verify, I found some weight differs, some different items are inside. Did I suspected the entire transaction. Then I went further. Then I found out the my staff has given a list saying that, sir, there's a payment difference, which I worked out to the tune of 87 lakhs. So I was shocked. Then I have taken note of it, and I have reported under the column fraud. So journal packet verification is very very important. I have reported this type of payment difference to the RBI because I suspected fraud. I have reported to RBI. Then from RBI and head office team they came. That is after completion of my audit, they came and they have taken note of it. Then they found out the fraud to the tune of 1.35 crores. So jewel loan packet verification is very much important. So you have to be very very careful. And in that case, what has happened? You know it. See the head office and the RBI team. They questioned the appraiser. They questioned the branch manager. Then the appraiser went to his house. Then he said, "Sir, I'm going to the house. I'll come in the afternoon after taking lunch." Then these officers they left him, and after going to the house, that appraiser he committed suicide. So this has come in very big news in television channels and newspapers. And my fellow members in my area they asked me, "Are you not guilty? Because you are the person responsible for the to the appraiser to commit suicide." I said, auditor role ends whenever he reports. Whenever he reports, his role comes to an end. He need not bother about the other happenings. So this is the worst experience in my bank audit. Then in that case, you have to physically count the jewel packets, touch, sense, feel, and count. Then you have to see whether agricultural loans and non-agricultural loans are separately recorded. That you have to see, and yearly once other branch appraiser or other person other than the appraiser he has to come and verify the jewels. This is a thing you have to be very very careful. Jewel packets verification is very much important. So be careful, and you have to instruct the staff to do the verification. But you have to take note of it. If you are doing this type of jewel verification, jewel packet verification, you have to instruct the branch officials to stay with you. Don't do the jewel packet verification alone, because you will be responsible if anything goes wrong. You have to give proper instruction to the staff. So be careful. Jewel loan verification is very much important, and we have got a lot of experience. When some stones are inside, even life threatenings have been done. I mean, I have received a lot of life threatening in the jewel packets verification alone. So be careful. And Joe loan verification, you have to verify the opening. I mean, Joe loan application alive, Joe loan closed. Then physical stock verification at the jewels. You have to adopt the slogan of verification of jewel packets. Touch, sense, feel, and count. Don't rush to verify the Jolon packets. Whatever packets are available, you have to take note of it and report the same in your long form report. If anything goes wrong, then you have to report. This is the my experience in this jewel package verification. I'll cover the detailed verification of frauds in jewel package verification in my separate session. This is the method of verification of jewels, and I wish you all the best. You have to give proper instruction to your staff to verify the jewels. Okay, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, and I am very thankful to you all because you are seeing my video. Thank you very much.